Chapter 1: Facebook Traffic Rush. Facebook is the king of social media, with over 2 billion active users logging onto the platform every single month. People from all over the world go on Facebook to post status updates, read their friends' updates, meet new friends, and more. As a business owner, you want to capitalize on the sheer number of Facebook users and get them to visit your website. Imagine if you can get even just a very small percentage of Facebook users to land on your website. You're talking thousands of people reading your content, people who will more than likely share your post if it's something they find super valuable and useful. Organic Facebook posts vs Facebook ads. There are 2 ways to promote your content on Facebook. 1, by promoting it organically to your fans and followers, or 2, by promoting it on Facebook ads. With the first method, you're not paying any money to Facebook. You're only promoting to your fans and followers. On the surface, this may sound like a great plan. However, with each algorithm update, Facebook organic reach is ever dwindling. This means that even if you have millions of fans, only a small percentage is going to see your post in their news feeds. A few years ago, organic reach was extremely good. Every time you posted something on your fan page, a large majority of your followers will see your post. So if you were promoting or selling something, you would essentially get sales without paying for traffic. However, in recent years, Facebook has been doing its best to go back to its social roots. Instead of showing posts from fan pages, Facebook has been prioritizing updates from people in your circle of friends. If you've got hundreds of friends, you'll see most of their posts on your news feeds instead of posts from pages you've followed. This is obviously great news for Facebook users themselves, but not so much for business owners who carefully manage and maintain a huge following on Facebook. So, with the ever-declining numbers of organic social media traffic, many business owners have been forced to turn to Facebook ads. Many social media marketers swear by the power of Facebook ads, as it is very cost-effective compared to other advertising options like Google AdWords and other traditional marketing methods. With Facebook ads, you no longer need to worry about organic reach. You can simply set up an ad from your Ads Manager account, target the right audience demographic, define your budget, and Facebook will take care of the rest for you. The truth is, no other social media or advertising platform can offer the kind of targeting options that Facebook offers. You can target people based on many different factors such as location, interests, hobbies, affiliations, and so much more. There's even an extremely powerful tool called Facebook Pixel. It's just a snippet of code you add to your website's header section. The Pixel is powerful if you know how to use it and read its data correctly. With the Pixel, you can track what your visitors are doing on your website. You'll know if they signed up to your mailing list or if they bought something in your e-commerce store. With the Facebook remarketing feature, you can retarget people who have visited your site and send them highly targeted offers. With the lookalike audience feature, you can upload your own customer data, and Facebook will try to look for people who are similar to your own audience. This basically means reaching more of the same people with just a push of a button. How to drive traffic to your website using Facebook ads. In this section, you're going to be learning a few ways to get people to land on your website simply by signing up for Facebook ads. Let's begin. 1. What do you want to achieve? This is the first step on the list. You have to sort out your goals. Do you want to increase your brand awareness? Do you want to get your ads in front of as many people as possible? Do you want people to visit your website, install your app, buy from your online store? Facebook ads have 3 different campaign objectives. You have to choose the right objective that will match your goals. For example, if you want people to visit your website, then you may want to choose the traffic objective. But it's not always the right choice, especially if you're targeting people who have yet to hear about your brand. This kind of traffic is called cold traffic. If you want higher engagements on your posts, you're going to have to convert this cold traffic to warm or hot traffic. For cold traffic, try getting them aware of your brand first. You can choose between brand awareness or reach objectives. You're basically introducing your brand to your target audience, sort of like saying, "Hello, I'm here. I exist." You can try letting your ad run for a few days while spending a few dollars each day. It's not going to bankrupt you. You just want to test the waters. When your advert's been viewed by a good number of people, then you may want to create a second advert, and this time use another ad objective. You can then target the people who have engaged with your initial testing the waters ad. Since they've already engaged with you, they're not cold traffic anymore. They are now known as a warm audience, people who have interacted with your brand previously. You're not total strangers anymore. So, in the second stage of your advert, you should remind people of who you are. Remember, people do see tons of content on their news feed, so don't be shy. Remind people that they've seen you before. Also, while planning your goals, you need to map out your strategy. You can't just spend money on Facebook ads without knowing which variables to measure. It's important to know when you need to stop advertising when nothing seems to be working. 2. Know your target audience. Knowing this information is crucial to succeeding on Facebook or any other social media platform for that matter. If you're targeting the wrong crowd, then chances are you're not going to get very good engagement rates. For instance, if you're offering women's hygiene products, there's no sense including men in your target audience, right? And if you're targeting younger women, say 18-30-year-olds, then you shouldn't include females outside of that age range. Otherwise, you're just going to be annoying people. When people report or flag your ads to Facebook, you're going to get a low relevancy score. In the world of Facebook ads, you want to have the highest relevancy scores possible, 9 or 10. This means people are interacting positively with your advert, so you're probably targeting the right kind of people. However, even if you do have good relevancy scores, but you're not getting any sales or conversions, then you probably need to work on putting out a better offer in front of your audience. The thing is, knowing who to target is extremely important. You don't want to be wasting money. You don't want to be annoying Facebook users. Rather, you want to add value. To do that, you're going to need to know first what your audience needs, which leads us to our next point. If you don't already have an existing demographic for your target audience, you can run ads targeted to different groups of people. Find out which group responds best to your ad. Once you've found the winning demographic, then your job just got a whole lot easier, as you'll find out in the next point. 3. Create highly engaging ads. Knowing your audience and what they want will allow you to create ads that will speak directly to them. If you've got a product or service that addresses your target audience's pain points, then you just may have extremely good conversion rates. That's the beauty of putting the right offer in front of the right audience. You not only bring value to a lot of people, you also reap plenty of profits in return. When creating ads, it's best to know what kind of content your audience prefers. If you're targeting older audiences, then you may want to use videos and high-quality graphics to make it easy for them to consume your content. Put yourself in your audience's shoes. Would you want to consume content in video format, or would you want to squint your way through a 2,000 word article with size 10 font? Optimizing your ad design is extremely important too. Facebook users gets a lot of visual stimulation from the photos and videos their friends share with them. You have to stand out too if you want people to notice your ad. In fact, it's your design that's going to convince people to stop scrolling on their news feeds long enough to scrutinize your graphics and read your title. If it's something that interests them, then they'll likely click and read your entire post on your website. If you're trying to get people to sign up to your mailing list, then you have to offer them something of value first. You don't just create an ad on Facebook asking people to sign up for your list. You can't just expect people to give you their email address simply because you asked for it. No, it doesn't work like that. If you want people to follow your call to action, you're going to have to give them something valuable first, so you'll gain their trust. When creating your ads, you need to specify where you want your ads to appear. There are quite a number of places where you can place your ads in people's news feed. The right column, in the audience network, in instant articles, and Instagram. To determine the most optimal placement for your ads, you're going to have to do a lot of split testing. When testing, you're going to have to isolate variables one at a time, so you know exactly what's working and what's not. For instance, if you want to know why people aren't engaging with your ads, then you may want to split test by creating a second advert with a different cover image or a different title, and so on. Split testing may feel like an unnecessary expenditure, but most Facebook ads experts suggest split testing your way to success. It's better to know what's going to contribute to your success and what's going to impede it so you can adjust as necessary. Is Facebook the right platform for your business? Just because Facebook has billions of active users doesn't mean you'll automatically find success on the platform. If you've tried different combinations of ad objectives and ad creatives and nothing seems to be working, then perhaps you're targeting the wrong crowd. You may feel like you've spent far too much money just to quit cold turkey, but sometimes it's better to cut your losses while you still can. The good news is Facebook is not the only social media platform on the planet, so you can always seek out your target audience somewhere else. However, for those who have found their audience on Facebook, then know that you've got one of the most powerful social media tools at your fingertips. Facebook will not only help you drive traffic to your website, but you can literally grow an entire community on the platform. In addition to publishing content on your brand's fan page, you can also create a Facebook group to make engaging with your audience even easier. This way, you not only establish yourself as an authority or as a leader in your industry, you also let people know you're ready to help them out when necessary. Chapter 2. Twitter Traffic Rush. Twitter is a very popular social networking and micro-blogging platform that's been around since 2006. According to Alexa's web traffic analysis, Twitter is the 12th most visited website on the planet. More than 100 million users log on to the platform each day, sending hundreds of millions of tweets on a daily basis. With these statistics, it's not surprising that celebrities and businesses alike are capitalizing on Twitter's massive platform to increase brand awareness and drive traffic to their websites. Despite its popularity, many people are still hesitant to sign up and join the platform. One reason why is that people find the 280-character limit confusing and daunting. On other social media sites, there's no such limit. People can post content without thinking about the number of words, much less characters. For those not in the know, the 280-character limit was just recently implemented in late 2017. This means that for over 10 years, Twitter users have been constrained to tweeting 140-character tweets. Despite the seemingly restricting character limit, Twitter users love the fact that they don't have to read lengthy rants and posts. Twitter forces people to be witty and succinct, to say what really needs to be said, thereby getting rid of the fluff. If you want to go beyond the character limit, then you can either divide your message into several tweets Or you can just add a link to your blog post or article. Since hyperlinks are counted in the limit, you can use a URL shortening service to save on characters. Why Twitter is a great platform for your business. Many brands and businesses have found massive success on Twitter. If you're still on the fence about it, read on to find out why Twitter just may be the perfect platform for your business. Tweeting is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Unlike writing blog posts and articles, and recording podcasts and filming videos, you only need a few seconds to write and send out a tweet to your followers. Think about it. How much time do you need to write 280 characters? A minute, probably. Then think about how many people are going to be seeing your 60-second handiwork. Hundreds, thousands, millions. Even if it's just a few hundred people seeing your tweet, that's still a massive return on your time investment. And the great thing is that 280-character limit isn't going to be boring your audience to death. They'll get your message loud and clear because it's not going to be sandwiched between a 500-word introduction and a 300-word conclusion. Potential to gain a massive following quickly. If you write great copy, Twitter can be your marketing playground. Imagine writing witty tweets and getting the attention of people with their own massive following. Even if you've only got a few hundred followers in the beginning, if each of those followers retweet your message to their own followers, then you're going to see a snowball effect. Your tweet will be retweeted many times over until you eventually reach a massive audience. People will be curious about you and your brand. They'll check out your Twitter account, go through your past posts, and if they like what they see, then they'll also end up following you. Tweets are indexed by search engines. You can help your website's branding and SEO efforts by having a solid presence on Twitter. You can add your website's URL to your Twitter profile. You can tweet out links to your latest and best blog posts. Don't forget to use targeted keywords in your tweets if you want it to appear for specific search queries. When people retweet your links, that sends out good signals to Google. Connect with your customers. Twitter helps put a face on your brand or company by letting you engage with your customers and followers one-on-one. When people mention you in their tweets by adding your Twitter handle, you'll have the opportunity to reply to their tweets directly. If you've got happy customers mentioning you in their tweets, then that's great. However, if you've got unhappy clients, then Twitter presents you with the perfect platform to address their concerns. Since your tweets and mentions appear on your profile, you have the opportunity to show the world just how awesome your customer service is. Reply in a timely manner and do your best to present your company in a positive light within the 280-character limit. Of course, you're not limited to sending one tweet a day, so take your time to craft a great response that will help you win even more customers. Additionally, Twitter is an excellent communication tool for keeping your clients and customers up to date with what's happening with your business. If you're working on a very special project that will benefit your customers, make sure you mention that in a tweet. If you've got a promotion going on in your store, send out a tweet. Remember, it only takes a few seconds to type out your message, and you're not paying for it, so might as well take advantage. Twitter can help you get more leads and sales. Building a strong following on Twitter isn't going to happen overnight. But when that day finally happens, when you've finally established a solid reputation on the platform, then you can easily get more leads and sales for your business. As with other marketing platforms, you've got to give plenty of value for free first before you ask for anything in return. Establish your brand as an authority in your niche or industry by providing value to your community. Don't be overly promotional, in fact. Try to avoid promoting yourself or your business in the early stages of your Twitter account. Once you've established a solid profile, only then should you start promoting your business. At this stage, people will be more willing to listen to your recommendations and suggestions. If you position your product or your service as something that can help them with their pain points, then you'll be able to generate those coveted leads and sales for your business. How to use Twitter to drive traffic to your website. If you want to use Twitter as a traffic source, you're going to have to do more than just sign up for an account and start tweeting links to your blog posts. In this section, you're going to learn exactly how you can use Twitter to drive traffic back to your website. Have a clear strategy in place. Just because tweeting only takes a minute or so of your time doesn't mean you can just tweet whenever you want without having a solid strategy in place. Of course, you're free to do whatever you wish, but if you want to grow your business, then outlining your goals and your overall social media strategy should be your first step. I'm saying overall social media strategy because Twitter should be just one platform your business should have a presence in. Don't go signing up for every single social media network there is, though. Just select the top 3 or 4 platforms that are relevant to your brand and focus on growing your business on these platforms. Specify your reasons for wanting to be on Twitter. Do you want to drive traffic back to your blog? Do you want to get people to sign up to your mailing list? Do you want them to purchase your products or sign up for your services? Once you've identified your main Twitter goal, outline the specific steps you need to take so you can achieve your goals. Set up an awesome Twitter profile. Before you set up your Twitter profile, check out your profiles on other social media platforms. Make sure your Twitter profile is going to be consistent with the others. You don't want people to get confused if they are indeed following the same brand or not. You can try using the same cover image or the same profile picture. If not, then make sure people can easily identify your brand. Use your company logo and brand colors if you have those. It will help with your branding activities and will make you look more professional and more credible. For your Twitter name, always use your brand or business name. For your handle @user, try to go for your brand or business name as well. If it's no longer available, then use something that people can still identify as you, so that when they mention you in their tweets, their followers will recognize your brand as well. Your Twitter bio is limited to 160 characters, so it's important you make it count. You can either tell people what it is you do, how you can help people, why they should follow you. You can also try including hashtags that are relevant to your business. Follow and engage with influencers in your niche. If you're totally new to Twitter, you need someone powerful like a Twitter personality with a huge following to help give your account a boost. You can do this by following and engaging with thought leaders and influencers in your niche. You want to get your name out there, so you should add value to conversations these influencers are participating in. You want them to get curious about you. You want them to think you're giving away plenty of value. Retweet their most important tweets, mention them in your own tweets, etc., all while making sure to include their Twitter handle in your tweets. Many influencers react positively when quoted and would not hesitate to retweet your message to their followers. This gets their followers curious about you, specifically why you got a retweet or a mention from someone they look up to. So they'll go check out your Twitter profile. If they think you're worth following, then they'll click on that follow button. In short, network and build relationships with the most important people in your industry. You just might be surprised one day you'll go from a few followers to a few hundred or even thousands. Give value before promoting your brand, offers, or services. You're not going to get real people to follow you if all you tweet about is yourself, your brand, or your business. People will think they're not going to benefit anything if they follow you. So what you need to do is you need to give out value first. And by value, I mean sharing nuggets of information that people can actually use in their lives or in their own business. You can try giving away bite-sized advice to address people's pain points. You can try searching for people's tweets about their problems. If you can answer their questions, then try to help them and gain their trust by offering value upfront. Don't ask them to follow you or buy your product. Just give value wherever you can, and you'll be justly rewarded for your efforts. When people realize just how helpful you are and how much value you add to your community, then people are going to be following you. When you've amassed a good number of followers, don't try hard selling to them, as people can still hit that unfollow button in a heartbeat. To sum up, you want to give value while selling your product or service to them. Are you ready to start receiving targeted traffic from Twitter? Building a strong Twitter profile will take some time and some planning, but with hard work, you will soon be rewarded with a community of highly engaged followers on this platform. Many businesses have found success on Twitter, and if you follow the suggestions I've laid out in this guide, then you may soon reap profits like you've never seen before. Chapter 3: YouTube Traffic Rush. YouTube is the second most visited website on the entire planet, according to Alexa, right after its parent company, Google. Google is the world's biggest search engine, and YouTube is right on its heels, with millions of people typing in search queries every single day. YouTube has more than 1 billion people logging into the platform each month, accounting for almost 1/3 of total internet users. Videos will continue to dominate social media. Many studies have found video marketing to be highly effective. If you're not producing and uploading videos on YouTube for your business, you're missing out on a ton of potential traffic. For your social media marketing efforts to be considered successful, you need to use a variety of visual elements to get people to view and share your content. You can use high-quality images, infographics, and of course, videos. With the ever-increasing popularity of YouTube, Facebook Live, Snapchat, and Instagram stories, people are using videos to engage with their audience directly. There are plenty of benefits to watching someone you follow go live on social media. You get to see them in their natural state. You can chat with them in real time, and so much more. If you're not yet ready to go live in front of your audience, that's okay. You can pre-record yourself, edit it, and then upload it to YouTube. Your followers are not going to complain, especially if you offer a lot of value in your videos. A simple technique many marketers use is they upload a high-quality cover image to go along with their YouTube videos, instead of choosing from one of YouTube's default video screen captures. This helps grab people's attention and encourages them to click through to watch their video. Of course, you'd have to take the time to design some eye-catching cover images, but the results will be more than worth it. Why YouTube is a great platform for your business. There are many reasons why your business should be on YouTube. Here's a few of them. Videos make you more real and authentic to your audience. One of the most visited pages on a website is its About page. People simply want to know more about who's behind a brand or a business. Sure, you can put up a nice-looking photo of yourself or your team on your About page, but what do you think will happen if you add a video of yourself talking directly to your audience? I'm pretty sure they'd love that. This is mainly the same reason why funny cat videos and adorable baby videos are so popular on YouTube. It brings out warm and fuzzy feelings in us. Now, depending on the nature of your business, you may not want to bring out those kinds of feelings in your viewers. Instead, you may want them to trust you and get to know you on a personal level. Later on, they'll be more willing to sign up to your mailing list or your services and purchase your products and follow your recommendations. Videos make it easy for you to demonstrate and show the world how your product or service works. Videos are also great for showing people how your product or service works. They don't need to read a 5, 1,000-word article with screenshots on it. They can simply go on YouTube and watch your tutorial videos. Recording your videos should take you far less time than writing the same content. Make sure you have a list of possible questions people may ask about your product or service. Then answer these questions in your video. Videos like this help your audience decide if it's worth buying your product or not, so make sure you demonstrate not just the product's features, but its benefits as well. YouTube is the second biggest search engine. You work hard to get your website's SEO right so you'll rank high up on Google for profitable keywords. But have you given YouTube any thought? Millions of people search for videos each minute. You can't not be on YouTube, especially if it makes sense for your business. If you're taking the time to work on your site's SEO, then you may just as well add YouTube SEO to the mix to further expand your reach and grow your business in the process. An insane number of hours of videos are watched every day on YouTube. More than 500 million hours of YouTube videos are played by millions of viewers on YouTube every day. Yes, you read that right. In a 24-hour span, over 500 million hours worth of videos are streamed on YouTube. Imagine if you can just get a very small percentage of those views. That will mean a lot for your business. If you can position your brand in a way that will encourage your audience to share it with their followers, then you may just witness the viral effect. Uploading videos to YouTube is free. You can upload any length of video to YouTube. You can also upload any number of videos to your account, and you don't even need to pay a single dollar. This right here is one of the top reasons why your business should be on YouTube. You're not spending money to have your video posted on YouTube, but you're going to benefit hugely from this free platform, unless you want to pay for YouTube ads, of course. But even then, paying for YouTube ads is not going to put a large hole in your pocket if you get your targeting just right. YouTube videos are indexed on Google. You may have noticed that when you search for something on Google, you'll often see YouTube videos ranking at the top of search results. If you do YouTube SEO correctly, you just may see your videos ranking on the first page of your business keywords, and that will mean free, passive traffic for you. Imagine doing the work only once and getting people to view your videos repeatedly. How to leverage your YouTube videos to drive massive traffic to your website. Now that you know the power of YouTube and why your business should be leveraging this platform to help your business grow, it's time to show you how you can use your videos to drive massive traffic to your website. Do proper YouTube video keyword research. If you want your videos to get found on YouTube, then you need to know what relevant keywords are being used by YouTubers. You can use premium third-party tools to get keyword suggestions, but to start off, you can use YouTube Suggest. YouTube Suggest appears when you type something on the YouTube search bar. When you start typing "how to," YouTube will suggest 10 possible keywords. In most cases, many people simply scroll down the suggestions and click on something they like instead of typing the entire "how to" search query. When you've started seeing some traffic to your videos, you will then have some analytics data. You can then see the video keywords that you're ranking for. Now, you've got two options at this point. You can either create a new video around those keywords, or you can optimize your existing videos on-page SEO. Obviously, the first option will take more work. So the quickest way to get an extra boost for your videos is by taking action on the second option. You've already done most of the work, you just need to optimize it, so you'll get more mileage out of your existing videos. Optimize your on-page YouTube video SEO. In addition to the first tip I shared above, there are other ways you can optimize your on-page video SEO. For starters, you should use your main keyword, S, in your video title, your video description, your video tags, as well as in your custom video thumbnails. Mention your keywords in your video. If you want, you can also upload your own transcript to make it easy for YouTube to identify what your video is about. Add your website link at the top of your YouTube video description. People are only going to be seeing the first few lines of your video description, so make sure you put your website address and your call to action at the top. If they want to visit your website, they can just click on the link right away. Otherwise, it's going to be hidden under the show more toggle. People just may not be willing to move their mouse around a bit to click on that. So make it easy for people to visit your website. What about if you're promoting an affiliate product or a landing page that's not on your own domain name? Well, you can use a link cloaking service to hide those long and ugly third-party URLs. Two of the most popular URL shorteners are Google and Bitly. Ask your audience to comment, subscribe, share your video, or visit your website. There's no harm asking your viewers to do you a favor by commenting or subscribing to your YouTube channel, especially if you know they'll benefit a lot from the videos you publish. People sometimes forget to add these calls to action to their videos. Their viewers are left scratching their heads, wondering what they're supposed to be doing after watching the video. Don't make them think too hard, rather. Tell them what to do. If you want them to sign up to your mailing list, ask them to click on the link in your video description. Maybe even add a screenshot or screen capture of what your site looks like so they know exactly what they need to do. Share or embed your YouTube videos on your web and social media properties. One of the greatest things about YouTube is that they make it super easy for people to embed YouTube videos on their websites, on landing pages, on emails, even on social media. Uploading your video to YouTube and embedding it on your website has a couple of benefits. First, you don't need to upload your video to your own web hosting, which could result in your site slowing down. Second, people who have never heard of you before will find you on YouTube, and they'll eventually find their way to your website. In addition to providing copy and paste embed codes, YouTube also makes it super simple for you and your followers to share your video on social media. Just click on the share button right below the video title and choose from the list of top social media sites to post your video to. Lastly, don't forget to link to your YouTube channel from your website. You can add it to your site's footer or on your About page. Likewise, link to your YouTube channel from your other social media sites like your Facebook fan page, your Twitter profile, etc. Cross-promoting your YouTube videos across your web properties will create a massive network that will not only help expose your brand to more people, but will also be good for your brand's SEO. Are you excited to start getting free traffic from YouTube? Well, you should be. Ranking high up on YouTube can only mean wonderful things for your business, and you should try your best to get your videos on the first page of video results. What are you waiting for? Start planning how you're going to approach your YouTube marketing efforts. Think about the kind of videos that will appeal to your target audience. Check out what your favorite YouTubers are doing with their videos and see if you can do the same thing for your business. Don't worry if your first few videos aren't going to be perfect. It's better to take action and learn from your mistakes as you go along with your video marketing efforts. Chapter 4, Instagram Traffic Rush. If you've no clue what Instagram is all about and why you should consider using it for your business, don't worry. In this guide, you're going to be learning a lot of things about Instagram and why having a presence on this social media platform is going to help your business grow. Instagram is primarily a mobile phone app that people download from the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the Windows Store. It does have a web version that you can access on your computer by typing in Instagram.com on a web browser. However, it's feature limited. On the non-mobile version, you can only view posts. You can't upload new photos or videos. If you want to do that, you're going to have to go to the mobile app and upload from there. It's important to mention this fact here, because when you start building your Instagram profile, you're going to need to consider how your images and videos look on mobile. Instagram is a visual platform, so you do need to decide what kind of look you want to achieve for your brand and what your overall goals are for being on the platform. Why your business should be on Instagram. There are many reasons why your business should be on Instagram, even if you don't think you're servicing a niche or industry that's visually appealing. You probably think Instagram works best for fashion stores and such, but the truth is that the platform will work for any business in any industry. If you can take a photo or video of your products and services, then you can certainly use Instagram. You just need to think outside the box so you can crush the platform. Instagram is the third biggest social platform, right behind Facebook and YouTube. If your brand is already on Facebook and YouTube, then you shouldn't leave out Instagram. The platform has over 800 million active users logging in each month, with the number of daily users reaching over 500 million. Even if you get just a small fraction of that traffic, it's still going to bring significant growth to your business. And that's not all. Instagram users are some of the most highly engaged social media users on the planet. On average, people spend an average of 25-30 minutes per day on the platform. In fact, billions of Instagram posts are liked each day by users, and over 95 million posts are shared on the platform daily. There are over 25 million business profiles worldwide. If you don't go on Instagram, then chances are your competitors are going to steal your customers from you. They can demonstrate their trustworthiness. They'll be able to show people the human side of their business. If that doesn't scare you yet, how about the fact that over 200 million Instagrammers visit at least one business profile every day, and that a third of the most viewed Instagram stories are from businesses? Think about how much money you're leaving on the table just by not being on Instagram. Instagram will help expand your brand's reach to bring in more leads and sales. More and more people are turning to social media to check out a brand's social media profile before making a purchase decision. With over 800 million users and growing every day, your potential clients and customers are searching for you on Instagram. If they don't find you on Instagram, but they find your competitors there, then that's going to count as a loss for your business. The amazing thing is that once people follow you on Instagram and they see you provide plenty of value through your posts, then they're going to be easier to persuade to buy from you. If you run a clothing business, you can have regular and normal people wear your clothes and then take pictures of them. Your followers will then be able to decide whether they want to buy from you or not. With the use of hashtags, you can expand your reach even further. So make sure you use hashtags with every post you make on Instagram. Instagram is a business-friendly social media platform. With the introduction of Instagram business profiles, businesses are able to stand out from personal accounts. This is because a business profile will allow you to add a contact button to your profile. You can put your business hours, telephone number, and even add directions to your business location if you run a brick-and-mortar shop. Additionally, you can even get insights about your followers to see where they are from. You'll know their demographics. You'll even know how they interact with your Instagram posts and stories, so you can further improve your presence and engage more of your followers. No hard selling. Required your photos and videos speak for your brand. As a visual platform, there's no need for you to write thousands of words to describe how your product or service works and how people can benefit from it. Instead, you can let your photos and videos speak for themselves. You know the saying, A picture paints 1,000 words. Well, on Instagram, these are the words you need to live by. Tell your stories by capturing special moments. Put your products front and center in your feed. You don't need to invest in an expensive camera. You can simply use your smartphone's camera and add a filter for some nice visual effects. You don't have to be afraid to show your fun side. Yes, even businesses have fun sides to them. For the most part, the business stereotype is formal, serious, boring, and all that non-fun stuff. Instagram, however, is a platform designed to bring out the fun side in everyone, individuals and brands alike. Instead of showing photos of your team wearing business suits, typing away on their computers looking like they'd rather be elsewhere, how about you capture them in a less formal environment? Show your fans what your team is like on an off day. Take random photos during breaks at work, when they're more likely to goof off and play around. Candid and random photos will make your brand appear more approachable and more human, something regular people can relate to. They'll be more likely to engage with a fun-looking business. So keep that in mind if you want to get more leads and sales from your business Instagram profile. How to use Instagram to drive targeted traffic to your website. Using Instagram to drive traffic to your website is an excellent idea. Now, before you start driving traffic to your site, it's very important to make sure your site is mobile friendly. A huge percentage of your fans and followers are going to be clicking through to your website from their Instagram apps. A non-mobile responsive website will be a huge turn off for your potential customers. Even if you post the most amazing photos, if your site is not optimized for mobile phones, then you may just as well not have posted anything, because you're not going to get any conversions. With that said, here are the top tips you need to follow to make the most of your Instagram account. Set up a free business profile. With a business profile, you can add your contact information, business information, as well as your business address. This makes it easy for people to get in touch with you directly instead of clicking on random things on your profile. Note, however, that you will need to have a Facebook business page set up first, so you can finish setting up your business Instagram. Instagram will then import the data you've saved on your Facebook page. If you want to edit some details, however, you'll be able to edit it easily on the app. Edit your Instagram bio. Your bio is one of the first things people see when they land on your profile. Write your bio in such a way that people won't be confused by what it is you do. Spell it out for them. Don't write like a robot. Add a bit of humor or a touch of personality. That's one way to get people to follow you. Make sure you add a link to your website in your bio. This is where people will be clicking through to your site, so if you're promoting some new products, then you may need to change up the link from time to time, so people go directly to where you want them to land on your website. Post creative and visually pleasing photos and videos. As mentioned earlier in this guide, there's no need to hard sell on Instagram. When you hard sell, you're only pushing people away. No one wants to follow an aggressive marketer or seller on Instagram. Upload awesome photos on your feed and let people's imagination take over. Let them imagine how they'd feel if they were wearing your brand's clothes. How nice it would feel to wear one of your handmade bags. You can make your photos look fun and exciting by color coordinating your products, for example, or by taking a panoramic shot and then dividing it into 3 images so that when you upload it to Instagram, they'll appear side by side and will still look like a panoramic shot. Offer exclusive discount codes and promotions to your Instagram followers. I know I mentioned earlier you shouldn't hard sell on Instagram, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with uploading a high-quality image with some stylish text overlay on it, letting your followers know you're running a special just for them. You can announce your bonuses and product or service updates using this method. Your followers will love it, and they would appreciate the gesture. Right before you announce your huge sale, you can post teasers letting them know something big's going to be happening in just a few days, and to stay tuned to their feeds. Oh, and don't forget to edit your bio and swap out the link to your promo landing page. After all, you don't want people to get lost on your website. You want them to land directly on the correct landing page. Use hashtags in your posts to make your brand discoverable. Hashtags are used to make your posts discoverable by people who are not yet following you. You can use trending hashtags, or you can create your own. When people click on a hashtag, all the posts that use that hashtag will appear on their screen. The downside to using trending hashtags is that your post can quickly get buried among hundreds or thousands of posts. But if you time your post just right, you can get plenty of new, potential followers to come check your profile out. Again, this is why being creative is important in Instagram. People are going to be judging you based on the quality of your photos and videos. The better the quality, the higher the chances that new people are going to follow you. Connect with Instagram influencers. Influencers already have a ton of followers. Engage and build a relationship with them. You can do it the organic way by commenting on their posts, joining their contests, using their brand hashtags, basically putting yourself in front of them and getting their attention. Once they recognize you as an avid fan and follower, they'll be more willing to give you a shout out to their followers, which could result in more people following you. Are you ready to start getting highly targeted traffic from Instagram? Instagram is the top social media platform when it comes to the level of engagement among users. Encourage your existing customers to follow your brand on the platform and to let their friends know about you as well. Show people the human and fun side of your brand. The tips we've outlined in this guide will help you jumpstart traffic from your Instagram to your website, so make sure you follow all the suggestions listed in this guide. Chapter 5. Medium traffic rush. Whether or not you do any content marketing for your business, you will still greatly benefit from publishing your content on Medium. If you want to establish your brand as a credible authority in your niche or your industry, you're going to want to consider blogging and regularly publishing either on your own website and or on a social blogging platform like Medium. Having your own blog and publishing on Medium doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. In fact, one of the best features of Medium is that it allows you to import your existing content onto the platform. You don't even need to worry about getting a duplicate content penalty from Google. Without getting too technical, let me just assure you that Medium has all that sorted on their end. If you publish high-value content on this blogging and social platform, people who may not have heard of your brand before may end up following you not just in Medium, but on your other web and social media properties as well. Why your business should be on Medium. With more than 60 million people visiting the site on a monthly basis, there's certainly a lot of benefits to having your brand or business publish on Medium regularly. Here are some top reasons you should consider Medium for your business. Publishing on Medium will work well with your content marketing activities. Even if you've already got a ton of readers on your own self-hosted blog, I'm sure you wouldn't mind getting more people reading your content, right? That's one of the main reasons you publish high-quality blog posts, to make you appear as an authority in your niche, so that people will trust you and ultimately bring in more leads and sales for your business. Publishing on Medium is not going to be counterproductive for you if you've already got your own blog. Quite the opposite, in fact. If you've got maybe a few hundred or a few thousand followers on your blog right now, when you establish a solid presence on Medium, that number just might balloon to twice, thrice, or even more. Many articles on Medium rank high on Google. That's because Medium is known for being an excellent blogging platform where quality reigns over quantity. If you publish on Medium and your articles get to the top of Google, imagine just how many more people will discover your brand. It will give new life to your popular blog posts. As I mentioned earlier, publishing the same piece of content on your blog and on Medium is perfectly fine. You don't need to worry about duplicate content because Medium will automatically add a canonical link to your Medium URL. It basically lets search engines know it's not the original source of the content. To make sure you don't run into this duplicate content problem, you have to use Medium's import tool, where you enter the URL of the post you want to bring over into Medium. With just a click of a button, you'll have your post on Medium ready for you to edit or publish immediately. If you don't use the import tool, or if you just copy and paste from your blog to Medium, then Medium will assume its original content and won't add a canonical link to your Medium post. This will obviously not be good for your site's SEO. With that said, importing and republishing some of your very best posts and articles on Medium will breathe new life into your content. You can automatically connect to your Facebook and Twitter followers who are on Medium as well. If you've got a sizable following on Twitter and Facebook, then you can easily bring them over to Medium. When you set up your Medium account, you have the option to connect it to your Facebook and Twitter. Medium will then do the hard work for you and connect you automatically to followers who are also on Medium. They will then be part of your Medium network. Another awesome Medium feature is that you have the option to show links to your Facebook and Twitter pages on your Medium profile. This is great if you want people to follow you on these other social media networking sites, as well, so they can get to know your brand better. Great engagement if you publish excellent content. On Medium, quality is king. The platform is designed to reward high-quality content. The more claps you receive from people who have read your content, the higher the chances that your content will appear in front of people who don't know you yet. On the other hand, if you publish poorly written or even spun content, then you'll be pushed down into the Medium abyss, never to resurface on people's feeds again. Unlike other social media networks, Medium users love to read. They don't scroll down their feeds looking for a stunning photo to grab their attention. Well, photos will still help on Medium, but it's not the most important metric. If you want your content to get more views, then you're going to have to think how you can make your readers read your entire post. The average reading time on Medium is 7-11 minutes. The most popular authors on Medium aim to have a good read ratio, as opposed to just getting views. They aim to get applause from readers because they know that the more claps they receive, Medium will reward them by putting their content in front of new people. There's a very real possibility to get discovered by big publishers. If you regularly publish high-quality content on Medium, then there's a very real possibility you can get discovered by big publishers. Big companies scout for writing talent on Medium. If you do get lucky and you get an offer to become a contributor, then don't hesitate. This will bring your brand and your content in front of many more people. Remember, these are big publishers with millions of readers and followers. This will most probably lead to an exponential increase in your own fans and followers on your blog and your social media pages, which could potentially lead to even more leads and sales for your business. How to get more traffic from Medium now that you know the value of having a strong presence on Medium. It's time to show you how you can drive more traffic from this powerful social blogging platform. Post valuable content Never hard sell. Giving value comes first on Medium. If you want people to pay attention to your brand, you've got to give them what they want first. On Medium, that means giving them high-quality content that either addresses their pain points or teaches them something new and valuable. To begin, you can go over your old blog posts on your website, if you have any. Check out your blog's analytics and look for your best performing content, the ones that got the most shares and the most comments. Then import it over to Medium. Go over the content and make sure it's something that Medium users will find useful. If you don't have an existing blog, that's okay. Publishing new content on Medium is pretty straightforward, so it shouldn't take you more than a minute or two to get familiar with their blogging interface. Whatever you decide to write, just remember not to hard sell. You're just getting started on the platform, after all. You don't want to come across as a used car salesman with shady and aggressive marketing tactics. You want to get people's trust. Just like any other social media platform, you're going to have to prove yourself first before you'll get people to follow and buy from you. Submit your posts to a popular publication on Medium. One of the quickest ways to get more people to read your content on Medium is by submitting your posts to Medium publications with a sizable following. When you're starting out, you're not going to have a lot of fans, so it's best to sort of team up with an established publication. It's a win-win for both you and the publication. You get more eyes to your content, and they get to have high-quality content published. To get started, choose the most suitable high-following publication for your brand. Contact the publication by either sending them an email or by reaching out to them on Facebook or Twitter. Have some high-quality samples ready either on your Medium blog or your self-hosted blog, just to prove you got the writing chops. Once you're approved as a contributor, you can submit your stories anytime. When your stories are approved, it will be published on thousands of Medium users' feeds. Don't be afraid to delete and republish old Medium articles that didn't quite perform well. Sometimes your Medium post is not going to get the attention you think it deserves. It could be because you published it when most of your followers were asleep, and when they finally logged on your post was already buried in their Medium feeds. If you truly believe your post is too valuable to receive only a few claps, then you should consider deleting and republishing the post after, say, a few weeks or months. Deleting a Medium post shouldn't take you more than a second or two. If that content was imported from another site, like your own self-hosted blog, then you can easily re-import again. Otherwise, if you wrote it specifically for Medium, then you may have to copy the content somewhere else first before deleting the post. Before you hit the publish button, check and make sure a large percentage of your followers are still up. Depends on where in the world they are located. When it's published, let your Facebook, Twitter, and other social media fans know as well. Promoting your Medium story on other platforms should be standard practice. After all, you do want to get the most out of the time you spent researching and writing your story. Optimize your Medium content. Medium posts look great and are easy on the eyes. It's got plenty of white space and has an overall clean and non-cluttered appearance. While there's not much you can do about the appearance of your Medium posts, it's got a standard look, there are still a few things you can control. For one, you can add high-quality images to your post. Medium may be a text-based platform, but you should still consider adding high-quality images and slash or videos in your posts. Don't forget to add links to your website or to your landing pages. If you're offering a free course, you can add a link to it from your Medium post. Just don't be too aggressive going about it though. If you're wondering if you get SEO juice from Medium, the answer is no. All links from Medium to your sites are no-follow. However, don't let this deter you from adding links to your posts. The people who will be clicking on through from your Medium post over to your website are the people who want to know more about you. These are the people you want visiting your site, high quality and highly targeted traffic, so to speak. Are you ready to start publishing on Medium? Publishing on Medium should be a part of your content marketing strategy. It doesn't take too much time to set up your account. Plus, you can easily import your top-performing content on other sites to Medium. Remember to add value to the community, offer unique insights, and plenty of actionable content, and you'll soon be reaping positive results. You'll gain more followers not just on your Medium profile, but also on your Facebook and Twitter pages. Lastly, being a popular author on Medium will bring about highly targeted traffic to your own website. On your site, you can then ask people to sign up to your mailing list or sell your products and services to them. Chapter 6, Reddit Traffic Rush. Have you ever wondered what the front page of the internet looks like? Go to Reddit and you'll see what it looks like. Reddit is the 6th most popular website in the world and 4th most visited site in the United States, with over 330 million active users. The site is composed of thousands of communities known as subreddits. You'll know you're in a subreddit because the URL on your browser will look something like this, where pics is the name of the subreddit. Each subreddit has its own rules and regulations, and you have to follow these rules to the dot if you want to remain in the community. An infraction can cost you your account. The good news is creating an account is free and easy. If you're a Reddit user, you may think there's no way you can market your business on Reddit. After all, Reddit users are notorious for downvoting and banning self-promoting and self-serving members. The moment users get a whiff of someone trying to sell or promote something, that post or comment gets downvoted into oblivion. But there's a way you can circumvent this and benefit from Reddit's massive traffic. Read on to find out exactly how you and your brand can conquer Reddit. Why your brand or business should be on Reddit. If you're scared you're going to get banned or shadow banned on Reddit because of your business, don't be. Reddit is not at all scary. In fact, many businesses market their brand on Reddit, but they don't go about it in an obvious or aggressive manner. Still not convinced? Here are the top reasons why your brand or business should be on Reddit. You can benefit from Reddit's massive traffic. Millions of Redditors view more than 14 billion pages on Reddit every month. That's a lot of traffic, and it's really not surprising considering the popularity of this community-driven website. While Reddit is not a social media platform per se, it does have elements of being a social platform. For instance, you can upvote similar to likes on Facebook, downvote, and share posts with other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. The more upvotes on a post, the higher the chances that the post will appear on Reddit's front page, where millions of users and lurkers alike hang out. Imagine how much traffic your website will get if your post finds its way to the front page. If your site is hosted on a basic hosting plan, the massive traffic may cause your site to crash. If you anticipate a good amount of traffic from Reddit, perhaps you may want to upgrade your hosting so as not to upset Redditors who will be landing on your site. Thousands of active and highly engaged communities, subreddits. Redditors log into the site and spend an average of 15+ minutes per visit. That's a lot of minutes spent on the site. If you build a good reputation on a popular subreddit, you can get tons of visitors over to your website in a short span of time. To build a good reputation, you'd need to give lots of value to the community first. This won't happen overnight. You need to have a solid reputation on the subreddit. People can easily check your history and activities on the site. You'd want to have credibility on the platform by establishing good karma, increase brand awareness, and provide customer service. Reddit is one of the best platforms for increasing brand awareness. Offer valuable comments in popular subreddits. Drop your brand name here and there in a totally non-salesy way, and you'll have tons of people Googling your brand. Get people curious about what your brand does and how they can possibly benefit from your products or service. Another thing you can do on Reddit is provide customer service to your customers. For instance, if you see some comments about your brand, whether it be positive or negative, engage with these Redditors. Reply to their comments and try to assuage any concerns they may have. This is one way you can build your reputation on the platform. If someone's unhappy and is publicly venting their frustrations on the platform, then you've got to step up and do your best to make that person and other Redditors change their minds about you. Free to build your own community. You can create your own subreddit for free. You can use it to build a community around your brand or your business. You can create a public subreddit. Anyone can see posts and comments, or set it to private if you want it to be accessed exclusively by your customers or your employees. However, in order for you to create a subreddit, your account needs to be at least a month old and should have an unspecified number of positive karma. This means you need to do the hard work first and build your credibility on the platform before you can create your own subreddit. How to use Reddit to drive traffic to your website. As a business, your main goal of being on Reddit is to get sales and leads. Unlike other social media sites, where you can easily advertise your products and services, you must approach marketing differently on Reddit. Learn rules of subreddit. Each subreddit has its own set of rules that everyone needs to follow. Each subreddit will have its own mods or moderators who make sure everyone stays in line and follows the rules. It can get quite confusing if you're new to Reddit, so if you don't want to get banned, you have to read up on the rules first. If you want to build a good reputation in the community, you need to understand how the subreddit works and get the lay of the land, so to speak. Each subreddit has its own culture, and you'll find no shortage of Redditors willing to lend a hand if you need it. Check the most popular posts and find out why people loved it. Try to come up with similar high-value posts to get the ball rolling on your Reddit reputation. Solve people's problems and offer your solution. People go on Reddit for a variety of reasons. Some go to ask for help, some just want to be entertained for a few minutes, while some are there to offer genuine help. If you want to establish your brand as a credible and trustworthy brand, you may want to consider looking for people's problems and then offering the solution to those problems. For instance, if you're in the business of helping people find jobs, then check out the relevant subreddits and go through the posts where people are asking for help to find good jobs. If you've got a car wash business, perhaps you can offer some suggestions or tips on the best ways to wash cars without spending too much or wasting too much time. Don't be too salesy. Always try to give value above all else. Just like the examples I mentioned above, you want to provide solutions to people's pain points. But when you give your solutions, you don't want to come off as too aggressive or too salesy. Redditors have a reputation for hating on self-promoting users, so you be careful you don't become a persona non grata on the platform. Of course, you can easily create a new account when you get banned, but that's beside the point, as it would mean you'd need to start all over again. The main takeaway here is that you must always give value to the community. Even if you're promoting your brand, service, or product, you still need to put the community above yourself. With every post and with every comment, check to see if the community will benefit from it before you hit the post button. Build a good reputation on the platform and reap positive karma. There are two types of karma on Reddit: post karma and comment karma. Both these types reflect the quality of your Reddit account. The higher the karma numbers, the more trusted and the more respected your account. The best way to get karma is to participate in the community. You get post karma for every upvote you receive from your posts, so make sure your posts really add value to the subreddit. You get comment karma from upvotes you receive from your comments. Usually, it's the witty comments that get plenty of upvotes, so consider this when you start posting and commenting. Again, it's best to know the subreddit's culture before you get started so you don't stick out like a sore thumb. Promote discounts and deals in the right subreddits. If you've got a great promotion going on and you think Redditors can benefit from it, then you can head on over to the Deals subreddit, r/deals, or any other relevant subreddit for your brand. Note, however, that the Deals subreddit has a bunch of strict rules you need to follow, so make sure you check out the sidebar if you don't want to get into trouble later. You can also promote your deals and offers in other subreddits. For example, local subreddits like your city or state subreddits, if available. You just need to make sure you don't go against any of the community's rules. Depending on the subreddit, you should maybe try to tone down your sales pitch and present first the benefits people will get from buying or subscribing to your service. Post on r/AMA or r/IMA. AMA means Ask Me Anything, while IMA means IMA. Ask Me Anything. These two subreddits are similar, with the main difference being r/AMA having a smaller community. If you've got an interesting story to share with your readers, you can share it on these subreddits. But before you go thinking about your story, check out what past posters did and how they titled their AMAs. What made people pay attention to it? Then think about how you can do the same. Think about something really interesting that you think will help others learn from your experience. If you want to talk about building a business from scratch, you can do that. But try to put a unique spin on your story so that people would want to engage with you and ask you questions. Be genuine. Don't try to come up with some fake story, because if there's one thing many Redditors are good at, it's that they are excellent researchers. There's even a subreddit dedicated exclusively to people who on Reddit called r/QuitYourBullshit. Run a contest on a relevant subreddit. Contents aren't just popular on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. It's also popular on Reddit. You just need to make sure you post your content on a relevant subreddit. Otherwise, you're going to get a bunch of upset Redditors showing up in your inbox. For starters, you can try posting on r/contests. Be sure to read the sidebar for their do's and don'ts of posting contests. You can also try giving away freebies to introduce your brand to people. This is a great way to get feedback and reviews from people. Check out r/freebies for physical items and r/freebies if you're giving away digital items. Are you ready to start using Reddit to drive traffic to your website? Learning how to use Reddit to help your business grow and drive traffic to your website will take some time. The platform is not like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, where promoting something is quite straightforward. With thousands of subreddits to choose from, you're going to have your work cut out for you. However, once you know your way around the platform, it's easy to make out which subreddits are going to help your cause and which are going to harm you. Just remember to always give value to the community first, and you'll reap the rewards later. Chapter 7, Quora Traffic Rush. If you own a business, you should be promoting it anywhere you can. One of the top places you can promote and post your website link is by using Quora, the web's top question and answer website. Just a few years ago, Yahoo Answers was the top Q and a website on the planet. But all that's changed. There's now a lot of Q and a sites, and Quora is leading the pack. On Quora, you can follow any topic you want. You can pretty much ask any question you want, and someone will answer sooner or later. If you don't get a response in, say, 24 hours, You can request some Quora users to check out your question and ask them to answer it. As a business owner, you can either do the asking or the answering, though your first instinct may be to answer all relevant questions that come your way and insert your link somewhere. In a nutshell, there's plenty of traffic potential for your business if you invest some time into building a good Quora profile. Continue reading this guide to find out how you can make the most of your time on Quora and bring tons of people over to your website. Why your business should be on Quora. If your business isn't on Quora yet, you're missing a lot of potential traffic from both Quora users and search engine traffic alike. Read on the reasons below to find out why you should sign up for a Quora account right away. Quora has massive traffic, with over 100 million visitors per month. Quora is the 125th most visited site in the world and 59th in the United States. These are not numbers to be scoffed at. With over 190 million unique visitors per month, imagine how much traffic your website will get if you even get a small percentage of Quora traffic to click on through to your site. By establishing your brand as being credible and trustworthy, you'll be able to siphon off a good amount of Quora traffic to your site. Just remember to add your website links to your profile information and, of course, your Quora answers. Many Quora posts rank high on Google search results. Quora has excellent domain authority. You may have noticed that whenever you search Google for something, you'll often see Quora at the top or near the top of search results pages. That's because Quora questions are often long-tail keywords that not a lot of websites are writing or publishing content on. When you click on those Quora articles, you'll notice that the answers are usually in long form. Many authors write hundreds or even thousands of words to answer people's questions. These are the kinds of posts that make it to the top of Google. If you want to get traffic the same way, then you're going to have to start thinking of setting aside some time each day, giving detailed answers on Quora. Quora can be a major source of evergreen traffic. If you answer evergreen questions, then your answers will tend to be evergreen as well. This basically means information that's not going to be seasonal. Your answers today will still stand true months or years after you publish it. If you post evergreen answers on Quora, then chances are you'll get traffic to your website months or years after you first post your answer. Establish your brand as a thought leader in your industry. When you use Quora in conjunction with your other content marketing activities, such as publishing on your own blog, guest posting on high-authority sites, and having an active social media presence, then you can easily establish your brand as a thought leader in your industry. Being a thought leader means people will look up to you. People will find you more credible, someone who walks the talk, so to speak. You'll have people follow you on different platforms. They'll subscribe to your mailing list. In short, they'll become your fans who will help get the word out about your brand and how you've helped them in one way or another. How to use Quora to drive traffic to your website. Now that you know just how important Quora is to your brand's content marketing strategy, it's time to show you how you can use this powerful platform to drive massive traffic to your website. Make the most of your Quora profile. When you answer questions on Quora, your profile is one of the first things people will see. They'll see your name, profile photo, and your tagline. Add your credentials to your profile and add your website's link to your tagline as well. Make sure your tagline corresponds well to the type of questions you plan on answering on Quora. If you're going to be answering questions about internet marketing or entrepreneurship, then put something relevant on your tagline. For instance, you can add blogger entrepreneur CEO at my website. Feel free to get witty and creative. Try to let your fun side show through. Another awesome Quora feature is that you can use different taglines for each category, so you can make it as relevant and as interesting as possible to the people who are looking for answers in that category. Going by the previous example, if you're answering questions in the pets category, then you should consider using a more relevant tagline. For instance, Dad to 3 poodles and 1 kitten. To sum up this point, you need to make the most of your profile to make people curious about what it is you do and why they should believe your answers. Answer questions about your niche or even your brand. Q&A sites exist to provide solutions to people's problems. On Quora, the best way to get the word out about your brand is by answering questions. It doesn't matter if you've got the wittiest tagline or bio on Quora. If you don't answer questions, no one's going to know you, even have a Quora account. When answering questions, make sure you do it with the ultimate aim of helping others. Don't do it just for the sake of putting your brand and your website link out there. If you answer questions like this, then you're going to get downvoted, and eventually your answer is going to get collapsed and you'll get little to zero traffic. Just like any other social community, you've got to put others before you. Only when you provide value will you come face to face with the power of Quora. You'll get upvotes, which will basically push your answer to the top and will allow you to get more views on your answer. Write answers to questions in categories you're an expert in or at least are passionate about. If someone's got a question you know the answer to, then, by all means, do your best to answer it in the most informative way possible. Don't be sarcastic. Don't be condescending. You should genuinely want to help. That's how you'll succeed in Quora. Another important point as well is not to get hung up on the number of people following you on the platform. Having followers on Quora is not the same as having followers on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, where your content mostly appears on your followers' feeds. People who are researching answers to questions will find you on Quora whether they follow you or not. And if you provide plenty of value in your answers, then you'll get new followers whether you like it or not, though I'm sure you will. Give value to the community and do your best to answer questions in depth. When answering questions, think of how your readers are going to feel when they read your content. Will they find it easy to read, boring, fun, exciting? I suppose that will ultimately depend on the subject you're writing on. But the point is that you must always put yourself in your audience's shoes. Would you want to read a single 1,000-word paragraph? I bet not. So, it's important to format your answer to make it as easy to read as possible. Break up your response into bullet points. Use images, infographics, statistics, etc. to lend credibility to your answers. If you're quoting someone else, link to that person's website or article. Give credit where it's due. Then you can contact that person on social media or send them a good old-fashioned email letting them know you've linked to their article on Quora. Don't ask for anything in return. If they want to, they can share your Quora post to their followers, which in turn may lead to new people following you not just on Quora, but on other social media channels as well. Answer popular questions. Adding your 2 cents to a popular question will help put your brand in front of many new people. Check out how many people are following a question. If there's a good number of people, take the time to scan through other people's answers, especially the most popular ones. Then see how you can replicate their success. If they're giving 10 wonderful and practical tips, then try to top it off with 15 or even 20. Give more than what other authors are giving. Go the extra mile if you can. You can even acknowledge and tag the people with the top answers. This helps you get on their radar. And if you both answer questions in the same industry, then it's highly likely you'll bump into each other on other questions, too. Also, if you're answering a question with plenty of followers, you may want to make your answer start off with something intriguing or controversial. Something that will make that question's followers curious enough to want to read your entire answer when they receive a notification that a new answer's been posted to the question they are following. You can start your own blog on Quora. Aside from answering questions in your favorite niches, you can also start a blog on Quora to gain more exposure on the platform. You can write short or long-form blog posts and then link to it from your Quora answers. For best results, link to your website on both your Quora blog and Quora answers to make it easy for people to find you. Make it a habit to answer questions and help people. One of the fastest ways to get your name in front of as many people as possible is by spending some time each day or week on Quora. Make it a habit. Try to think of it as lending a helping hand on a daily or weekly basis. You may want to work it into your calendar. You can even schedule the topics you'd like to cover for certain days of the month. For instance, on Monday, you're going to answer questions in the entrepreneur category. On Tuesday, you're going to answer questions from budding internet marketers, and so on. You may not see the results immediately, but over time, you'll get rewarded for your time, not just in terms of traffic from Quora, but from search engines too. Are you ready to start answering questions on Quora to drive traffic to your website? The most active and prolific writers on Quora have more than 1 million or even 2 million answer views in a year. That's hundreds of thousands of views in a month. You can probably replicate the same number of views on your own self-hosted blog, but it's going to take you several months, if not years, to achieve it. And that's not taking into account the off-page SEO activities you need to do to have your site rank high up on search engines. With Quora, you've got a ready-made audience waiting to read your awesome answers. You've got a platform that search engines love. You really have nothing to lose and everything to gain when you market your brand on Quora. Chapter 8, Pinterest Traffic Rush. Pinterest is one of the most popular image-sharing social networking sites nowadays. If you don't know what it is, well, you're in for a surprise. It's the 79th most visited site in the world, according to Alexa. People don't use Pinterest in the same way they use Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. The platform helps people who are looking for inspiration and ideas by letting them create boards for any category they want. To date, there are over 1 billion boards, with over 100 billion pins on the platform. For instance, people can create a board for what their dream kitchen would look like, what their dream ideal wedding reception setup would look like, and so on. Users can pin images from websites by installing a browser extension, more on this later, or by repinning from other people's boards. At this point, you may be thinking that Pinterest will only work for more visual niches. But what about if you're in a more serious kind of business? One that doesn't depend on taking high-quality photos of your products to make sales. Well, you can still crush Pinterest. You just need to think outside the box. Even if your business is not in a visual industry, there's still quite a number of ways you can use Pinterest to your advantage. Why your business should consider being on Pinterest. If your business is not on Pinterest, you could potentially be leaving a lot of money on the table. Read on to find out why you should seriously consider this platform to market your brand. Over 200 million people use Pinterest every month. Pinterest is commonly known as a female-dominated platform, but this may no longer be the case in the near future as more men realize the power of Pinterest. According to Pinterest itself, 50% of new account signups are from males. For now, however, women still rule the platform with 70% of pinners or users being females, with only a third being males. But still, don't let that number deter you if you mostly target the male demographic. If more than 200 million people access the platform each month, that still translates to millions of male users. With that said, whether you target a mostly male or a mostly female audience, Pinterest may be a great social platform for your business if you can capture even just a small percentage of the audience. Pinterest users are highly engaged and ready to buy. Pinterest users are one of the most highly engaged audiences on social media. According to various reputable sources, including Pinterest itself, more than half of pinners have made a purchase after seeing a promoted pin. People often create boards to plan out what they want to buy. For example, they'll create a board for their dream bedroom. They'll pin and repin images of stuff they want to buy for their bedroom, what kind of wallpaper they plan to use, what kind of curtains, bed sheets, that sort of thing. Basically, anything that people can think of. Pinterest reduces the steps in the sales cycle and increases conversion rates. As an image-centric and visual platform, Pinterest makes it easy for users to scan through hundreds or thousands of images in one sitting. If they are looking for the best leather jacket, they can simply type in their query on the Pinterest search bar. When they find an image they like, they can either save it to their board, share it on social media, or click on the image to read more info about it. If they want to buy it, they can simply click on the image itself or click on the visit link, and they'll be redirected to where they can buy that product. That's it. You get more inbound links to your site and free passive traffic. Whether you're running an e-commerce store, a blog, or any other type of website, you can surely benefit from pinning your images on a Pinterest board. This is because each pin includes a link. So, for example, if you pin an image from your website, you can add a link back to your site. It's true the links are no-follow, which means you don't get any SEO juice from Pinterest's powerful domain authority, but that's okay. You'll still get people heading over to your site just by clicking on your pinned images. Even if you just get an extra 1,000 visitors per month from Pinterest, that's still a lot of passive, referral traffic from one platform. Imagine getting that same number of visitors every month for the foreseeable future. You only did the work once, but you'll benefit from it for a long time to come. How to attract highly targeted website visitors from Pinterest. In this section, you're going to learn some of the top methods Pinterest marketers use to drive highly targeted traffic to their website. Make it easy for people to pin images from your site. You can install the Pinterest Save button on your website. This lets your site visitors pin your images to their Pinterest boards, which in turn will drive traffic from Pinterest back to your website. You can choose to have the Save button appear by default, or have it appear when someone hovers their mouse on your images. Once you've installed the button, you can then use Pinterest Analytics to see how many impressions and clicks you've received on your site. Alternatively, if you're on a self-hosted WordPress site, you can easily install a free plugin like Access Press, which will give you a few more options over the default Pinterest button. Pin images from your site and repin from other people's boards. Before you start announcing you're on Pinterest to your social media followers, you should be proactive in pinning images from your site and posting it to relevant boards. You don't want them scratching their heads, wondering why you're inviting them over to check you out on Pinterest when you don't even have any boards or pins in your account yet. Most experts suggest creating one board per category on your website to make it focused and specific. This makes it easy for people interested in a category to scan other relevant images on your board, which could lead to more repins and more visits to your website. Make your images stand out from the crowd. The key to succeeding in Pinterest is using high-quality images that make your audience go ooh and ah. When you're competing against hundreds or thousands of pins for a specific keyword, then you need to make sure you pin only images that can make people stop scrolling down their screens. You want images that grab people's attention, images that quite literally invite people to take a closer look and click on the pin so they can view a larger version. If you pin only so-so quality images, then you're probably not going to get much traffic back to your website, not even if you do your best to promote it using paid adverts on and off the platform. Add the right website link to your pins and write a brief description. Every pin includes a link and a description. Make the most of these too. When people click on a link, you want them to go directly to the product's landing page. You don't want to link all your images to your homepage, because that would leave people disoriented. For example, if they clicked on a pinned image depicting a nice jacket they want to buy, you want them to land on that jacket's landing page on your website. You don't want them to land on your site's homepage, where they may need to click around many times until they find the right jacket. Also, it's important you write a brief description of your pin. If you're targeting keywords, make sure you use it properly. Don't just keyword stuff. Instead, try to provide your audience with the information they are looking for. Using the jacket example, you can write a description of the materials used for the jacket, how it feels like when worn, any discount code, etc. Don't forget to insert your target keyword somewhere in the description. Use Pinterest's rich pins. To use rich pins, all you have to do is just claim your website or prove to Pinterest you own your site. You'd need to upload some code to your site. Don't worry, Pinterest gives a detailed and step-by-step guide on how you can do this. The good thing is once you've verified your site, you'll have plenty of advantages over non-verified accounts. These include: 1. Your profile picture will appear on every pin from your site. 2. You'll be able to see what Pinterest users are pinning from your site. 3. You can choose from 4 types of rich pins: article, product, recipe, and app pins. 4. People will be able to see more information directly on your pins, like real-time pricing, availability, and more, depending on the type of pin. Many marketers have seen a marked increase in their website traffic once they switched over to rich pins, so do consider setting this up as soon as you can. Showcase the lifestyle your brand promotes. You don't have to be in a heavily visual niche to succeed on Pinterest. The truth is that many brands are using the platform to show people their behind-the-scenes activities. They pin high-quality images that showcase the kind of lifestyle their brand promotes. You really just need to think outside the box and think about how your product or service can impact other people's lives. Don't just post photos of your products. Rather, try to show people what your products can do. Think about how they can improve their lifestyles using your brand and capture that in your pins. Make it easy for people to relate to your brand by pinning images that speak to your target audience directly. Consider using custom graphics. Custom graphics like infographics work really well on Pinterest. People search for infographics on Google all the time, and if you do a search now, you'll notice many graphics come from Pinterest. If you do try this technique, you may need to shell out some money to hire a graphic designer if you're not much of a designer yourself. The good news is infographics are link magnets, so if you upload your infographic to other places, don't forget your own website. Then chances are high you're going to get backlinks, which is great for your site's SEO. Cross-promote your pins on other social platforms to drive even more traffic back to your website. Pinterest makes it easy for you to share your pins on Facebook, Twitter, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp. If you want to email your pin or paste its link somewhere, then you can easily do that too. The point is that you're not limited to promoting your high-quality images on Pinterest. Leverage your other social networks and let your followers know you've also got a presence on Pinterest. That's what makes social media such a massive traffic source you can be active on many platforms and then cross-promote your posts on to other social platforms too. Are you ready for some massive Pinterest traffic? Gaining massive traffic from Pinterest will take some serious effort on your part. However, the good thing is once you get the job done and you get the ball rolling, then you basically only need to check in on your account for, say, an hour each week. As attested to by many expert marketers, Pinterest has been a major source of referral traffic, even from pins they uploaded months or years ago. With millions of people browsing the site each day, even just a tiny percentage of that traffic can go a long way for any business, especially when you consider you only need to do the hard work once. Chapter 9. LinkedIn Traffic Rush. If you want to get away from all those shameless selfies, rants, and basically all the immature posts you've come to expect on your Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram feeds, and you're looking to target a more professional crowd, then look no further than LinkedIn. Whether you're running a B2B or B2C business, you will greatly benefit from having a solid presence on LinkedIn. Here are a few more reasons why you should consider setting up your profile on the platform today. LinkedIn has over 546 million users. Over half of LinkedIn's registered members log into the site every month, so it's not surprising that it is the 30th most visited website in the world. Over 130 million of users are from the United States, and a large majority have graduated college and graduate school. Many business owners are also on LinkedIn, which is why it's a popular platform for businesses targeting other businesses, B2B. With these numbers and the type of people you come across on the platform, you can already see just how much you're leaving on the table if you don't include LinkedIn in your brand's marketing activities. Get found easily consistent inbound leads. LinkedIn is the #1 platform for lead generation, according to many business owners. It's also got a high domain authority, so LinkedIn profiles and pages rank high up on Google. If you search for your name or your brand on Google, you'll often see your LinkedIn page at the top. Many brands also find LinkedIn to be far more effective at generating new business than when they post or advertise on Facebook or Twitter, though of course, this will generally depend on the type of business you do. Businesses often go on the platform to look for business help by posting jobs and hiring qualified people. Likewise, the more average LinkedIn user maintains a LinkedIn profile to look for jobs posted by businesses on the platform. Often, however, people just want to maintain their professional relationships or expand their network to help ensure they remain relevant in their niche or industry. Whether you're a solopreneur trying to get leads on the platform, or a company with a team of employees looking to close multi-million-dollar deals with businesses, you can surely use LinkedIn to your advantage. You can establish yourself or your brand as a leader in your industry. You know the saying, "Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are." Well, that saying holds a lot of power on LinkedIn. If people see you are friends with the big wigs in your industry, then that makes you one of them, right? Well, not necessarily, but sometimes perception is everything, and just connecting with powerful and influential people in your niche can make the difference between success and failure when dealing with potential clients. To establish yourself as a thought leader, you're going to have to basically do a lot of hard work on the platform. You can repurpose or republish your most popular posts or articles on LinkedIn. It not only gives you more mileage out of work you've already invested time in, but you can breathe new life into content that's still relevant by the time you publish it on the platform. One of the quickest ways to start gaining more followers is by following influential people. Do your best to be social and share influencers' posts. Add thoughtful comments to their posts and discussions. Try to get in front of their faces and catch their attention. If you provide enough value in your own posts, these influencers may even recommend, endorse, and promote you to their followers as well. If you've got a team of people working for you, get them on LinkedIn if they are not on the platform yet. Then set up a company page and connect your employees to the page. When you publish valuable posts on your page, tag relevant influencers and also ask your employees to share it with their own network. This will help snowball the traffic to your profile and eventually to your website. LinkedIn can help improve your site's SEO. LinkedIn has a domain authority of 100, which means search engines love the content published on the site, while the links to your site may be no follow, meaning LinkedIn won't be passing any of their perfect domain authority score over to your site. You can still greatly benefit from it. The fact remains, however, that if you consistently publish high-quality content on LinkedIn, then you're probably going to get plenty of referral traffic from the platform. Many SEO experts say that no-follow links from popular platforms like LinkedIn give various off-site signals to search engines, which in turn helps with your site's rankings. How to utilize the power of LinkedIn networking to drive traffic to your website. Now that you know why your business should have an active presence on LinkedIn, it's time to show you how you can utilize this powerful platform to drive traffic back to your website. Set up a great linked profile. Setting up an excellent profile on LinkedIn is the first step to conquering the platform. Whether you are a small business owner, a team leader, blogger, production manager, sales executive, or even the CEO, you should make sure you complete your profile page before you do any activities on the platform. People will be checking you out when you engage with them, so make it worth their while. Since you want to drive traffic back to your website, you shouldn't forget to include a link to your site. Make your profile look professional. You can upload an excellent quality photo of yourself. Remember, this is a social platform for professionals, so try to avoid uploading a photo that will make you appear immature and less than professional. Try to avoid uploading wacky photos. Include all relevant experiences in your profile too. It's important to only mention the relevant ones because you want your profile to support your headline. Listing far too many experiences that do not relate to your purpose on LinkedIn will only weaken your profile, not strengthen it. It's going to make you look unprofessional. Create a company page for your business. If you own a business, you should create a company page on LinkedIn. Get a graphic designer to create a nice and attention-grabbing banner image. You should also upload your company logo to help people recognize your brand and further develop trust with your audience. You have a section dedicated to your company details. You can add your website link, your headquarters, the number of staff you have, your business specialties, and other company information. You should also write a brief story about your company in the About Us section. Make it easy for people to decide if they want to follow you or not. You can make this section witty, but still remain professional at the same time. Your company page lets you tell your company's story, share opportunities, engage with your followers, and get the word out about your brand. Make sure you use it to your brand's advantage. Write engaging posts and share it. There's a difference between writing to share valuable insights and writing. Just because you read somewhere, you should be posting updates frequently. Quality will always trump quantity, so you better make sure your brand gets a reputation for sharing highly valuable content on and off the platform. Your posts should be in line with your brand's goals. If you're trying to establish yourself as a credible leader in your industry, then your posts should convey that level of authority to your readers. Every time you post something, your followers will be hanging on to your every word, and they'll be twice as likely to share it with their followers too. If you post low-quality stuff that doesn't really add any value to the community, then you're not going to get shares, likes, or comments. You will most probably end up losing your followers. If you want to avoid this from happening at all costs, then you need to plan out your content calendar. Yes, it's a lot of work, but it will pay off after some time. Once you've built your reputation on the platform, it will be easy for you to publish something and encourage your followers to click on through to your site or do whatever your call to action is. Grow your connections. While LinkedIn may not be a fun social media platform like Facebook and Instagram, it's still a social network at its core. This means that if you want people to pay attention to you and your brand, then you're going to have to grow your connections. The key here is that the more people you have on your network, the more people there are who will see all your posts and your status updates. To start with, connect with the people you already know. Search for your old classmates, past and current coworkers, business associates and partners, customers and clients, and even your social media followers. Every time you meet someone new, look them up on LinkedIn and send them an invite promptly. When you send them invites to connect, add a note to your invitation reminding them how you two know each other, especially if you're just acquaintances and not really friends. It makes it more likely that they'll approve your connection request. Join relevant groups and create your own group. Once you've exhausted your personal network, then you can join niche relevant groups to connect with even more people. When you first sign up for groups, LinkedIn will suggest relevant groups based on your profile. So, if you're an online marketer, then you're going to receive marketing group suggestions from LinkedIn. Ask to join groups you think matches your needs. Once you're accepted, then you should participate in group discussions. If people have questions you know the answer to, then chip in with your thoughts and advice. In short, provide plenty of value to the group, and you just may soon find yourself with plenty of connection requests. Alternatively, once you've proven your worth in the group, then you can be proactive and ask to connect with people. Just remind them how you two know each other, so they'll be more likely to approve your request. Lastly, you may want to consider creating your own group. Once you've got a good number of connections, you'll be able to further cement your authority in your industry. Most importantly, however, you can easily drive traffic back to your site by simply linking to your posts and articles when the situation calls for it. Never aggressively link to your site all the time, as people can easily leave your group. Are you ready to start growing your using LinkedIn to drive massive traffic to your website? LinkedIn may take some getting used to if you've not set foot on the platform yet. Just like any social media network, you have to learn to navigate your way around the site so you can make the most of all the free tools at your disposal. Once you've mastered the basics, then go all out and let the entire LinkedIn community know about your brand. You will not get traffic overnight, especially if you're growing your network organically. However, with patience and hard work, you'll soon be reaping the rewards of having a solid presence on LinkedIn. Before you know it, your posts will be driving massive traffic to your website, and you'll be firmly established as a trusted brand in your industry. Chapter 10. SlideShare Traffic Rush. If you're wondering how you can possibly use a slide hosting website like SlideShare to your advantage, then you're reading the correct article. SlideShare may seem like an unlikely candidate for getting massive traffic to your website, but trust me, this platform has brought plenty of traffic to many websites over the years. You just need to know what to do to make your content stand out from the crowd. Why use SlideShare to promote your brand? There are plenty of reasons why you should consider uploading your content to SlideShare, in addition to your other social media marketing activities. Here are some of the top reasons why you should be on the platform. massive traffic of over 80 million visitors per month. Yes, you read that right. 80 million visitors per month. It may not be as big a number as other social platforms like Facebook, Twitter, or even Pinterest, but that's still a significant number of monthly visitors. SlideShare is a top 164 website in the world according to Alexa.com, with a majority of its traffic coming from India, followed closely by the United States. When it comes to the number of uploads per month, the average hovers around 400,000 uploads. That means almost 500,000 slides, EBOOks, infographics, and other compatible file types are uploaded to the platform monthly. So, if your content is still not on the platform, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. The site gets over 159 million page views per month. If you consistently publish high-quality content on the platform, then you're going to get a good share of page views, which could lead to clicks to your website. SlideShare content ranks well on search engines. SlideShare has excellent domain authority, and it's got a good reputation on Google. When you type in long-tail queries on Google, you'll often find SlideShare content ranking on the first page. The platform also pulls text from your slides, which helps immensely with the SEO side of things. This means that if you optimize your SlideShare content for a certain keyword or keywords, then you're probably going to see it rank high up on Google. Google indexes every single SlideShare presentation. Most of the traffic that visits SlideShare comes from organic search, i.e., Google. This means many people end up on SlideShare just because they saw a relevant piece of content on the search results. If you insert your link on your slides, in your content's description, or in your profile, then you'll have people hopping on over to your website, curious to know more about what it is you do. Additionally, SlideShare allows users to embed their favorite content to their blogs. This is not only helpful for getting views on other people's websites, but it's also great for your site's SEO. Just don't forget to add your link. This helps expand your brand's reach, because you'll be getting traffic from the SlideShare platform itself, from the sites that embed your presentation, and anywhere else your content is shared. You can upload more than just slide. Everybody on the planet probably knows what PowerPoint is and how to make PowerPoint slides. If you've ever been tasked to do a presentation in front of a group of people, chances are you probably used PowerPoint to create your slideshow. Likewise, you've probably sat in front of countless PowerPoint presentations over the years. With SlideShare, your slides will get a new lease on life. It will no longer be limited to being shown in front of 10, 20, or even a few hundred people. Rather, it will be living in the cloud, ready to be viewed by thousands or even millions of people years after you've uploaded it. With that said, it's not just your PowerPoint slides. That's going to get massive traffic. On SlideShare, you can upload PDFs, Word files, and text files. If you want to upload an infographic, you're going to have to save it as a PDF to preserve its layout, fonts, and images. You can also add YouTube videos to your presentation if you like. So if you've repurposed your content into video, then you should consider adding it to your SlideShare too to help get more views for your video. It's connected to LinkedIn, which is the top social media site for professionals. SlideShare is a LinkedIn product, so you should definitely use both platforms to your advantage. Adding your SlideShare content to your LinkedIn profile is a must so that you'll get more views from people who are following you on the platform. It's posted as an update in your profile, which means your connections get a notification on their feeds. Moreover, the good thing about sharing SlideShare content is that they expand pretty much like videos, which offers a much better viewing experience for your followers. How to use SlideShare to get high-quality traffic from SlideShare. Now that you know what SlideShare is and why you should use it for your business, it's time to show you some useful tips on how to use the platform to drive high-quality traffic to your website. Design visually pleasing presentation slides. SlideShare may be a platform geared towards the more serious and professional demographic. However, just because it is doesn't mean you should totally ignore the visual appeal of your presentations. You can't just upload a very basic-looking 10-slide PowerPoint and expect millions of views and shares on it. If you want your SlideShare content to make the rounds on social media and get embedded or linked to on various websites, then you have to take the time to create well-designed slides. You can create beautiful slides from scratch, but that's going to take you tons of time, especially if you're not a designer by nature. You'd have to think about things like background design, fonts, icons, images, layouts, and so much more. You can choose from any of the free templates that come with every PowerPoint install, but these are overused and, to be frank, don't look good at all. You can instead buy premium templates from places like Graphic River or Creative Market, and use that as a base to create powerful and visually arresting slides. If you're thinking you're going to have to spend a few hundred or a few $1,000s, you're mistaken. Premium templates only cost around $10 to $50, depending on the vendor and what's included in the premium pack. Premium templates include hundreds or even thousands of template slides, vector icons, and customer support. You can simply drag and drop your content onto the slides and voila, you'll have a presentation you can proudly upload to SlideShare. Use your target keywords in the content. As you learned earlier, SlideShare pulls text from your slides and Google indexes all SlideShare content. This means that if you want your content to rank on Google for your keywords, then you would have to add it to your content. For instance, if you're targeting the keywords best shop in my city, then you should make sure to include this keyword in your slides. Additionally, you should also include this keyword in the title, description, and tags of your presentation. Some SEO experts also suggest using your main keyword as your presentation file name, as it may help your content rank higher on search engines. Add calls to action and links to your website and contact info, even if your content ranks high on Google for your target keywords. If you forget to include your website link anywhere on your content, then no one's going to head over to your website. When you set up your SlideShare profile, make sure you add your website link to your profile. Then, when you create your PowerPoint slides, add your link again. SlideShare doesn't limit where you can put your URL on your slides. For maximum exposure, you can add it as a footer on all your slides. Just try to position it in a way that won't interfere with the slide's content. An alternative would be by adding your link just under your company's logo. It's also a great idea to put your logo on all your slides. You can make it a bit transparent, so it doesn't make your content fade into the background. Doing this helps with your link visibility as well as your company's branding. When you upload your content to SlideShare and start writing out your description, add your website link in the first line because that's visible to viewers. Then add the rest of your description. Don't forget to insert your target keywords. Make your content valuable to people viewing your slides. SlideShare gets 80% of its traffic from search engines. These are people who typed in their query on Google, found your SlideShare title relevant, and clicked on through to SlideShare to read your content in detail. Don't make them regret their decision. Provide as much value as you can in your slides. Design is important, but so is content. You can have the best designed presentation on SlideShare, but if your content is lacking, Then you're not going to have a lot of shares and engagement on your slides. The best way to make the most of your hard work is by giving your audience what it wants. Address their pain points, so to speak. Give them the solution to their problems. If you've got a lengthy blog post on your website, you can just give them a primer on your slide share. Then let them know that can go to your website for even more details. Publish high-quality content regularly. In content marketing, you have to publish high-quality content regularly. This means spending a lot of time researching, writing, and publishing content on different platforms which, as you already know by now, should include SlideShare. If you publish content on your blog regularly, you can repurpose it into different formats such as videos, presentation slides, podcasts, etc. Doing this means you'll be getting more mileage out of your work. If you already have several posts up on your blog, take a few days to go over your top posts and create presentation slides for them. Use premium templates to make your job easier. Just swap out the filler content with your content, replace images, add your logo and website link, and you should be good to go. Before you know it, you'll have several presentation slides ready for upload to SlideShare, which could lead to evergreen traffic to your website. Share your slides to your LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter followers. You can easily share your slides using the share button on SlideShare. The default options are Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. If you want to share it in other places too, then you can just copy the direct link and then paste it wherever you want. For starters, you should definitely share your SlideShare content with your LinkedIn followers, especially if you know they'll benefit from your presentation slides. You can even add your SlideShare content to your LinkedIn company page. So if you've got employees on your page, they can also easily share it with their own connections. Are you excited to start getting quality traffic from your SlideShare presentations? I bet you are. Publishing content on SlideShare is easy. You don't even need to come up with new topics, simply repurpose content you've already published, and you'll have content on the platform. Then share it with your friends and followers on other social networks to get the ball rolling. SlideShare is an established platform, but not too many marketers know how to harness its power. Get a head start on your competitors by following all the tips you've learned in this guide. Check your site's analytics in a few months, and you just may notice a significant jump in the number of people visiting your website.